If you're thinking about selling your home in Southern California in 2024, you need to watch this video because there's been some big changes in the insurance world that are going to affect the sale of your home. My name is Kyle Whissel with Whissel Realty Group, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about what's happened in the insurance world here in Southern California, really all of California, all across the country, but really specifically Southern California is where we're feeling this the most. Is things have changed a lot in the insurance space. If you haven't followed the headlines in the news over the last year or so, multiple large insurance carriers have completely pulled out of California. One of those being State Farm, another one being Allstate. So a lot of companies have flat out said we're not insuring anything in California anymore. We've also got companies that are raising their rates. They're being a lot more risk averse. Their timelines to issue insurance have increased. There's so much out there that's changed that when you go to sell your home, it's really important for you to understand that the policy that you have on your home today, that policy might not be available when you sell that home to the next buyer. Ask me how I know. I bought a home a couple years ago and the seller had an insurance policy, a traditional insurance policy on that home. And I called the insurance company, hey, can you guys just transfer this policy over to me? They said, no, we can't. We can't renew this policy. This is one that was kind of grandfathered in for that owner, but we can't issue a new policy on that home. It's like, oh, crap. And I ended up calling every insurance carrier in town. I finally arrived at something that's called a California Fair Plan, which is kind of a last resort plan if none of the traditional carriers will issue it. This is more of like a state-backed plan. And that plan tends to be very pricey and it doesn't give you the full coverage that you need. You end up having to get this government-issued California Fair Plan. You have to supplement it with another plan through a traditional insurance company. So you have two policies. The cost goes extremely high. And the big thing to know right now in 24 is the time to get issued a California Fair Plan. You're talking it's like a month or so to get that plan issued. So what you need to know is if you're going to be selling your home in 24, we need to start researching what are the insurance options going to be for a buyer immediately. As soon as we sit down and meet and we decide that we're going to move forward with listing your home for sale, our team is going to reach out to all of the different insurance carriers that we work with. We're going to explore all of those options. So that way, when a buyer does come to the table and wants to put an offer in on your home, we know what type of insurance is going to be available to them. Because what I've seen happen a lot in recent months is buyers come to the table and they're not prepared for this new insurance world. They get started on it and they realize the policy cost is going to be far too high and they don't actually qualify for that loan. And then they either come to you asking you to reduce your price or they just walk away from the deal entirely. We don't want that to happen to you. So we're doing a lot more due diligence and research up front so that we can eliminate that from being an issue with your particular home. Additionally, we want to know how long is it going to take. If you have a home that's in a high fire risk area, maybe we have to go with that fair plan and you're talking a month or more to get that policy issued. So we want to make sure we get the ball rolling on that sooner rather than later so it doesn't hold up the sale of your home. So if you are thinking about selling your home, make sure you're working with an agent like our team at Whissel Realty Group that's going to do some of this due diligence up front so you don't end up having problems on the back end. If you'd like to talk to our team more about selling your home, give us a call, shoot us a text at the number down below. I'm Kyle Whissel with Whissel Realty Group.